Go to number 2. The wailing and gnashing of teeth. The Hartford Whalers played in the World Hockey Association from 1972 to 1979 when the league merged and they joined the NHL. In 1997, the franchise moved to Carolina and became the Hurricanes, winning a Stanley Cup in 2006. This past season, the Hurricanes won the toughest division in hockey, the Central Division, and had amassed 80 points. You could argue they had the best regular season of any teams as the Avalanche and the Knights beat up on a weak Pacific Division. They were eliminated in the second round of the playoffs by two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. However, this offseason, the moves made by the organization and GM Dan Waddle have left many people scratching their heads. Let's start with the goaltending situation. Last year, they featured rookie Alex Nedeljkovic and Peter Mrazek. Nedeljkovic went 15-5-3 with a 1.90 goals against average, number 1 in the NHL. Mrazek was injured for 2 months, came back, went 6-2-3 with a 2.06. If he had played enough games, he would have been the 5th best goals against average. They start out by trading Nedeljkovic to the Red Wings for a third-round draft pick, citing they didn't want him to get into a contract negotiation with him. He signed a 2-year deal with the Red Wings for $6 million. They couldn't have paid him $6 million for 2 years, a promising young goalie. And then they trade Mrazek straight up for Freddie Andersen.
Yeah.
Freddie Andersen, who hasn't been able to stop a beach ball in Anaheim or in Toronto. So they went from having the goalies with the best and 5th best goals against average to now having Freddie Andersen, who was 43rd in goals against average, and Antti Raanta, who was 62nd. And then there's Dougie Hamilton. They made him a lowball offer. They had no intention to re-sign him. He goes to New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey's raving about this guy. What a great defenseman, offensive defenseman. Lindy Ruff says he gives you points, he runs a power play, and he's a high-character guy. But not to worry, because the Hurricanes went out and got Tony DeAngelo. Tony DeAngelo on his 4th team in 7 years. He's been suspended for racist, homophobic, and sexist language towards teammates. He's been suspended for physically abusing officials. He's been benched for immature behavior. And he got his unconditional waivers from the Rangers just back in July after he had a fight with his own goaltender, Georgiev. So you go from bringing a high-character guy like Dougie Hamilton on your team and letting him go to bringing a guy, arguably one of the lowest character guys in the league, into your locker room. The United States whaling industry deployed 638 ships in 1850. By 1900, it had only 51 vessels. Could we see just as rapid a decline from the Carolina Hurricanes, the former Hartford Whalers?
I like it.